When you check your bank account after a weekend out. Data centers when you charge them for the energy that they use. Me standing outside the house party for 20 minutes because I'm too afraid to go in. When everyone has trendy personality disorders and you're just obese. We have seen eclipses on Earth, so here's an eclipse from Mars. This is Mars's moon Phobos eclipsing the sun. Humiliating. Looks like she. Yet another massive W for Earth, the best planet in the universe. Expensive cat toy. Empty cardboard box. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. Cats, they're the same picture. A shark could swim faster than me, but I could probably run faster than a shark. So in a triathlon it would all come down to who is the better cyclist. Being a soldier in the field rough. I hate it here. OMG random kitty in the field high. My face when they point the V1610 Gen 5 MOS Glock at me to take my life. When you go to sleep at 4 PM and wake up at 6 PM. When am I? Me waking up at 6:59. My alarm set for 7. How it feels when I text bro at 2 AM and he replies. You, the barista dropping hints for 3 months. The only model you just matched with on Tinder. How it feels after realizing you can stalk schizophrenic women because nobody would believe them. Gaming as an adult. Please don't raid. I work 10+ hour shifts. When your mom calls you handsome. When you're just messing around with your father's military gear and then you heard a ticking sound. Me, they're literally tracking your browsing history with cookies for personalized ads. They're stealing our data. Mom, well at least someone cares about my preferences in this house. At 86 I have acquired a superpower. I can point around corners. Work from home, my wife said. You'll be more productive, she said. No one will interrupt you, she said. Am I the only one who peels the croissant before eating it? Hi, can I buy you a drink? Sure. She's not interested. The powers of light will always defeat the darkness. Light, black hole, please get a little closer. How do you top your sub? Blocked, 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 you're all blocked. None of you are free of sin. Photos. Photos of me. Screenshots of random things I will never need and probably should delete because they are taking up all my storage, but I keep forgetting to delete. When you wanna dress up for Halloween but the bill's due. Good news everyone. He is back in stock. Hey, shut up for a second, my dad's calling. My friend next to me about to make the most authentic female sound you have ever heard in your life. True crime fans, when you post about a local armed robbery and not a triple homicide from 30 years ago. When you realize you actually live at work and visit your house. Windows 10. Windows 10. Press F to pay respects. Me standing too close to the stove while frying bacon. F. Thinking about the time I walked into my dermatologist's office and the first thing she said was, "Are a right side sleeper." What I think is gonna happen at work when my Microsoft Teams status says away for 2 hours after falling asleep. Boomers watching their house price rise on Facebook, having no idea what is real on the internet. Google, movie with no kiss scenes. Did you mean your life? We should force every student to talk to a veteran that has actually been at war to get rid of people glorifying war. Imagine being a kid in Stuart Little's orphanage and someone picked a mouse over you. How it feels to say okay instead of arguing. Officially the age where I can't tell if I sustained an injury or that's just how I am now. Pick your mans up, Donald. This should make me happy. New object. Buy. Click. Later. Here you go. New object. New object. Object. Women seeing a hot chick show her cleavage. Women seeing a hot guy past a ball of dough. How I think I look when f***ing a star. How I actually look. Listening to love songs. Listening to breakup and sad songs. Pikachu after escaping and being kidnapped again for a new Pokemon series. Study hard, most people don't pass my class. I luck at my teaching job. Do crabs ever say I'm too broke to tweak tonight? No, they get up and make it happen. I'm either at work, going to work, coming from work, getting ready for work, getting some sleep for work, or thinking about not wanting to go to work. 60-year-olds that got scammed after realizing the government doesn't take $100 Walmart gift cards as a payment. Saw a lady in a sundress swigging wine straight from the bottle while out walking her dog and thought, wow, I'm incapable of differentiating between effing glorious vibes and rock bottom. Teacher, build something so that the kids have a once in a lifetime experience. Me trying to learn about Linux, but I'm not sure if the YouTuber talking to me is a grifter or not. How to beat your therapist at her sick little game. Anime teases a big announcement. It turns out to be a pop-up shop. Morally speaking, your first use of a Seth note is always a freebie since there's no way any reasonable person would expect it to work. Pretty sure I just received the best fake ID of my bartending career. A girl handed me my missing license from 2 years ago. Sorry for acting weird. I was harboring a deep indescribable sadness. I have finally found it. After 15 years, the scroll of truth. Verify that you are human. Nia. Do not drink alcohol with this medication. Me. Whenever my internet isn't working, I pull out this piece of paper and pretend I'm on my phone. ChatGPT. Me. Frankenstein, what do you want? 30 packets of ketchup. Never let a stranger sit by themselves. You'll be surprised what tales they have to tell. Please don't do this to me if you see me sitting alone. Here's the problem with fruit. It's inconsistent. Some apples are delicious, some taste bad. Sometimes blueberries are great, sometimes they are disgusting. You know what's the same every time? Doritos. When life gives you lemons, you give life an 80% tax rate. They are late. They brought you snacks. When the movie Lux, but this guy appears for 2 seconds as a water boy. Me, when the tiredness I had disappears as soon as I lie down on my bed. Nobody. The second to last question on an online job application. Tell me the truth. Are you a minority? POV. The job you work for just made record profits 3 years in a row. Thank you. When my friend messages me on Discord after 3 years of silence saying they need 10 minutes of my time for me to test a game they have been working on. AWS outage. Homework inaccessible. Students, this is fine. It's windy. No. Thursday. Me too. Let's get some beers. What are you looking for in a man? Why? So you can pretend to be him for a couple of weeks. LGBT flag makers after making a new flag with only the paint bucket tool from the previous flag. How many chefs do you think were wrongfully exec in the medieval times because the king's food tester had a food allergy? LMAOI man. These are the type of questions I wanna see in my feed rather than those rent due tweets. When you show someone something you're really proud of and they say cool and change the subject. Men will turn 4 and base their whole personality off of one of these. A real smart TV would increase the volume when you started eating chips. When the she you taking getting serious, you gotta put your phone down and lock in. 90% of bald people still own a comb, they just can't part with it. Confucius says, what you seek is often already inside you. Whoever invented marriage was creepy as hell, like I love you so much I'm gonna get the government involved so you can't leave. Me, this file is corrupted, VLC, not on my watch kid. Have you seen Groot? Who? If you're looking for something to brighten your day, here's a tiny bird that got little cardboard shoes to help straighten its toes. Strawberry milk, chocolate milk. Hi, do you accept children under the age of 2 at the festival? No, just credit card or cash, thanks. When you crack your knuckles a little too good. I bet he's thinking about other women. If aliens would call us earthlings, should we call them mooners? People never talk about how Karl Marx failed to consider that once I fully understood the injustices perpetuated by the capitalist class, I would become absolutely insufferable at parties. OMG, I saw the biggest spider in the kitchen. Tim, what do you consider big? 2 to 3 inches. Tim, prepare to board the pleasure train. Me 5 seconds after buying someone a gift. I got you a gift, lol. I'm excited. Amateur people use disc brakes. Only legends use dish brakes. When the short Latina girl starts yelling at me in Spanish and I'm right where I want to be. Oh, I'm sorry. Did someone get bored of the thing they were obsessing about immediately after buying it? Video games cause violence. Me trying to create an absolute utopia in city skylines. Saying oh when you still don't understand. Candidates when companies use metadata to secretly blacklist them for using multiple emails to bypass application limits. You weren't supposed to do that. Rarely am I jealous of another man. This man's rare stick collection has me feeling pure envy. Combining any other disciplines. Combining biology with social science. How come realism in games only applies to she that looks and not, for instance, the fact that most flashlights do not actually run out of batteries after 3 minutes and good quality tools will literally outlive you if you take good care of them. If somebody sold me an axe that broke after chopping down 10 trees, I would go back to their shop and beat the shit out of them. With a guy tonight and upon seeing me now he said you are very anatomically correct. When you hear the first 0.5 seconds of a sponsor segment in a YouTube video, my spidey sense is tingling. The best Halloween costume doesn't exist. Gingerbread man. What's the most boomer complaint you have? I want a physical effing menu at a restaurant. None of this QR code bullshit. Worrying about something. Panic. All of a sudden you forgot what you were worrying about. Calm. Worrying about what you were worrying about. Panic. When the entire squad comes to help you figure out what the F is wrong with your car. Phone updates before, a whole new world. Phone updates now. Spot the difference. Why isn't my mouse working? Cause it's a flipping hamster. How it feels when this dialog box appears and I know I'm choosing replace. Let the past lie. Chill it if you have to. 1965, 2025, 1950, 2025. Boomers when they yell at their kids for a mistake. Boomers when they make the same mistake. How I felt when I gave up that one sport I was good at. Maybe if you spent as much time with me as you did staring at memes we would still be dating. Wow, this is going to make a good meme. Girls, we have been friends for 10 years and I still don't trust her. Guys, after meeting and not knowing each other's names. Me, here's airplane, checks flight radar, nothing shows up. I hate small talk. Well, in that case let's talk about our darkest fears. Mine is abandonment. What's yours? I feel drawn to you strangely. Come with me, I will keep you safe. Old computers collecting dust. Linux. Europeans. America is so RAC I could never see myself living there. The way they are treated is disgusting. Also Europeans when you ask for opinions on fixing immigration in their countries. AWS Network Administration Team. Nothing to see here. Use the Drake template for the meme. Use my cat because I'm bored. It is November 2, 2002. I watch a cartoon that makes me cry. I'm 23 years old. It is summer 2013. I watch a cartoon that makes me cry. I'm 34 years old. It is fall 2025. I watch a cartoon that makes me cry. I'm 47 years old. We have to go back in time and destroy AI at the source. This is my brush. This is my paint. This is my canvas.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.